Before we begin, thank you very much to Paradox Saber. I immediately forgot the number. Paradox Saber 54 for joining my Patreon campaign over at patreon.com/TJOmega. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. Whether you're just hitting the like and subscribe buttons, which also does help a lot, by the way, or if you're in the Patreon campaign, I appreciate all of the help. You know, I have one dream that I want to accomplish with this channel before we call it quits. Might take me a month, might take me years, don't know, but I really do want to do everything I can to reach it, if it is at all possible. So we continue to march toward that goal with another website dive, and this time I figured, let me search for Transformers on Etsy, because every time I go on Etsy and look for the stuff I like, I get the weirdest results, I get the most random homemade products, and a lot of things that are not homemade. But I wanted to see just like how weird does the Transformer rabbit hole get on Etsy. Like already we look at the top and we can already see there's, you know, ornaments, upgrade kits, birthday cake toppers, invitations, costumes. There's categories to how many things we have on here. And right off the bat, I'm looking at things that just make this weird. You can see I favorited the upgrade kit for G2 Megatron. I'm probably not grabbing that because I might sell that figure after all. But we're looking at this. I'm already seeing some strangeness. The first one that gets me is Transformer toy bath bombs. $8 plus. Well, $8 for one. $84.50 if you want the whole thing. So what we have here are some what look like cake topper style figures, just like the cheapest little figures available for Cyberverse, or in this case Evergreen Designs, that you could possibly imagine, and someone has custom made block bath bombs around them, so you can give your kid a sudsy bath and then have a toy floating in the water afterwards. I got in trouble for playing with my toys in the bathtub. I'm not sure the parent that would just like intentionally put them in there. Bath bombs, okay. And then this makes me laugh. I didn't know, isn't Etsy supposed to be for like handmade goods? Like it says handmade. Why does it say handmade? You tell me why. Please tell me, how did you cast the plastic? How did you print it so nicely? How did you replicate the box from 2007 so well? I couldn't even tell the difference. It looks so good. You're so good at this. I love it. I love it when things that are obviously not handmade are listed as handmade because someone went and bought cheap stuff and didn't even pay attention. I think they just want to avoid eBay fees. I don't know what fees Etsy has. They must be better than eBay, though. This piqued my interest as well because this is just weird. Transformers Comfort Character Letter. I can't decide if this is sweet or weird. Yeah, so the example is a letter from Ratchet to a kid. Like, if you're having a hard time, I will write this character. And to be fair, there's a lot of references in here. It's based on IDW, and specifically it's based on Lost Light, because it mentions First Aid, Rodimus, and Drift. So there is a beat of where this comes from, but I can't decide if this is sweet or really scummy, because I'm paying $10 for you to write a random note on a dirty piece of paper, and I'm supposed to tell my kid that this came from an Autobot? I mean, I guess, like, for a 5-year-old who can read and also thinks Transformers are real, you got this, like, weird thing. Like, old enough to read, young enough to think Ratchet's real. There's a butter zone where this would fit. And I think it's a little bit too narrow. Something definitely homemade. Random G1 toys. Okay. Let's see. This full like 3D printed Matrix of Leadership, which this is actually cool. That's actually a pretty cool design. If I didn't have the original statue of the Matrix of Leadership, I would probably go in for something like this. But it's like okay, so there's stuff we can make fun of because it's just like ridiculous. And then there's stuff like this, which has a lot of genuine work put into it. There's even an LED light up version. Super cool. Like, I kind of want it even though I've already got one. Transformers inspired Bumblebee and Optimum's Prime. Optimums. Is that a typo? Hang on. No, they did. They spelled it that way again. Optimum's Prime. Okay, so especially since we got a movie Bumblebee and a G1 Prime, this strikes me as someone who does not know Transformers, but definitely wants to make a buck off of them. Okay, here we go. Ugly Christmas sweaters of Transformer characters. Again, using the evergreen designs. It's definitely a physical item. I'm not sure. This is... This strikes me as something that came from an actual shop, and this is just being reprinted at this shop for some reason. I mean, that's just a guess. I mean, I can't say that for certain, but something a little bit odd. Now, if it's their own original design and they just have like professional photography for it, all the power to them. But that seems like a little high class for Etsy. Now, as long as I'm looking at this, can someone tell me the fascination with having piñatas of characters you like? Because like I know this is a Hispanic culture thing, so maybe I don't entirely get it, but it seems like making them based on like popular like pop culture characters is an American thing, and I don't know for the life of me why you would like, hey, I got you, look, we got a piñata of your favorite Transformer, Bumblebee. Now here's a stick, beat the ever-living hell out of it. I don't understand that. Oh, look, if you murder Bumblebee, he spills candy. I think one of my favorite things of any knockoff Transformer product is seeing how weird and how, like, warped they make the logos to get away with copyrights. Because obviously some don't care, and then you've got others that are like, well, okay, we'll dodge it. We'll come close, but we won't actually have the exact thing. Hand-painted, Transformers-inspired, all-spark cube. Okay. Okay. I will admit, I'm not huge on the movies, but that's actually kind of cool. That actually looks really cool. 3D printed, obviously, but actually 3D printing detail on something like this that's supposed to look crude, I think actually works really good. That's actually nice. Someone buy that, because I shouldn't be spending money like that anymore. What is this vinyl? What is this? Wade Shin vinyl limited edition. We love fine figures. So this is professionally made. I never got wind of this thing. Look at it. What is this? What is this aesthetic? What is that? He looks like he's in that old Dire Straits Money for Nothing video. This is like pre-Beast Wars CG levels. Like, what is this design? He looks so dumb. He looks so dumb. Every time, like, okay, everyone who wants to complain about those loot box Optimus Primes and Megatrons that are showing off, look at this. Look at this, and this is like designer stuff. Stupid. Okay, now here is something that really gets on my nerves about a lot of this. And you know this goes on. You know this is just a thing that goes on a lot on Etsy shops, is they found an image on Google Image, they copy-paste it onto something they were producing, and they just say, hey, here you go, buy it. So they're advertising this as Megatron Decepticon Pinata. Clearly, all this is a generic-shaped pinata that they bought a generic pinata. They have a large-size printer to just print a picture of a character and just slap it on the front and just glue it to the front, and that's what they're selling you for $27+. But in this case, clearly that is not Megatron, it's not Galvatron, it's not anybody. It is someone's fan art. It is taken from DeviantArt, or it's taken from someone's personal profile in a portfolio, and they've just outright stolen it. You can see the watermark on it. You can see the watermark on it. I hate people who do this. Oh God, this is so scummy. Don't buy it. If it's obviously stolen from somebody else, don't buy it. Okay, here's something that I've seen a lot over the years. This one's been around for a while. These are Puggle Formers. Little tiny plushy G1 balls, essentially. I've seen these done in a lot of different designs and shapes over the years. A lot of different characters. Mystery Frumble. Okay, I like that. I like that divide. Little mini Ratchets, little Prowls, Viacon. Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of different Puggles as different characters. Looks like branched out into a lot of different directions, including some originals. I'm happy to see these are still around, and they do full commissions. So, $100 for a custom Puggle, but you know what? It's there's something a little bit tempting about that, because these are like super adorable. And this is one of those, like, this is genuinely handmade stuff. So like I'm like very happy to like put this out in the world. All right, here we go. Here we go. We knew it'd be there. It was only a matter of time. The body pillows are still a thing. Oh my God. I'm sure Drift has one of these. Never. I ship it, but I don't want it. The same applies to the His and His pillows. Yeah, it was an awesome story they ran between those two. I like those two together. And I need pillowcases of them. Well, I wanted to end off on something that was weirder than the body pillow. I think I found it. This is a Monster High figure that has, they say, repaint. It's not a repaint. They've done a custom outfit of it to make it look like Hot Rod, or Hot Rodimus, as they call it. So we're going by the Japanese name for some reason. You know, on a design level, I can't fault you. I mean, I could never make tiny little clothes. I couldn't make normal size clothes, let alone tiny clothes. I'm not sure anyone would ever have this as a need in their life. I know die-hard Hot Rod collectors who would never touch this thing. Who would only touch this thing with like a red hot poker, a branding iron, but never in a collection. There's something creepy about the doll in the first place, and then I have to remember, oh, it's like this. It's this weird weird boy band looking Hot Rod. No, I think I've reached the end. I don't think I can go any farther, or else I will not make it out with my sanity intact. I'm gonna leave it there. We might do this again, because this feels like one of those infinite rabbit holes, especially if we get into other concepts like, let's look for what my favorite characters have. Let's look at what the most expensive thing is. We might make this another website that we can deep dive once in a while. Because aside from the fact that there's just really bizarre things on this, see, it's like, look at this. This is adorable. You pick which characters you want, and then they get attached into this keychain lanyard thing. So you can have one character reaching out for another character, and you can make it, you know, siblings, you can make it couples, you can make it fan favorites, you can make it whatever you want. Super clever. I actually really like this idea. So that's like super cool. And then, so I like the idea of like also putting this out into the world in case anyone like sees this and wants it for themselves, because I kind of want something like this. But for now, we're leaving it here. So thank you very much for watching another weird website dive video, and maybe we'll visit Etsy again. As I said, it feels like there's a lot we can get out of this one. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.